as they reach the 150. Still Tango Jewel. Thankful Heart still not getting there at the moment. Tango Jewel. Catahool is going to be the late closer on the outside. And here's Thunder Award. Tango Jewel. Thunder Award. Tango Jewel.
Yeah, great result for this little mare. She's put 2 on the bounce in town now. You can see there's not much of her, but she's certainly got a fair old ticker on her. She just had a terrible prep last time in. She showed us plenty. She won in town the prep before, and we thought she was going to be a pretty nice filly, and then she just had a terrible prep. So back to the paddock for her, and then she's come back in this time for 3 starts for 2 wins and a third. So all's good. We'll just keep picking our way through the grades with her. There's a nice little race at Sandown in a couple of weeks for her, restricted grade again, and you know, she's obviously going to be pretty hard to beat again, and then we might throw her in the deep end on a nice Saturday grade race. But just a good result, well under Ross and Margaret and co there. With Roscoe bought her online and didn't pay a real lot of money for it, and now she's sort of paying better dividends for it. But nice, sound, healthy little fillies, had plenty of time. Very difficult horse to train early doors. I think had a young guy, Robin Peck, riding work for me at the time, and I reckon he went over the handlebars on her probably 6 or 7 times. But anyway, she's come through that now. She's actually quite a nice horse to train now. So anyway, hopefully we can win another one for us. That's Tango Jewel. Yeah, Geelong Friday, got big Colt 45 here in, look, he's drawn the outside again. It's absolutely wrecked him in a couple of starts he's had by drawing really poor gates. I really have to see how much speed's in the race. If there's a heap of speed and we can ride him out the back, hopefully that is going to suit a run-on sort of race, I'll take him. But if the tempo looks slow or it looks just sort of average, I'll take him out and find another race for him. But just really frustrating, this horse. He couldn't be going any better, and his form reads horrible. So anyway, I'll just have to really see how the race pans out. But he may get scratched, and we have to go find another race for him. But it is difficult, these horses. He's in the ballot and gets balloted a couple of times, and when he does get a run, he draws the outside gate. So anyway, he's going well, which is all that matters. And just hopefully we can find, if he doesn't run this week, we can find a decent race for him somewhere. It's Colt 45. Brutify goes to Geelong Friday. She's been a real big victim of bad barriers, this filly, and we haven't really got a set pattern of racing. She's sort of drawn wide and we've had to go back. And the other day she drew wide again and we elected to go forward, and it just didn't really suit her. She went hard and just was really weak late. So all having said that, she wasn't beaten all that far. She's in a race which is a really strong race tomorrow, or on Friday. And it's a tough race. So hopefully these will run along at a good tempo. She can get it from a nice barrier. She can get into a good rhythm and then show us sort of exactly where she's at as far as ability goes. But she's been really difficult horse. She's here at home, she's shown me plenty, but at the races she's been okay without being fantastic. So I just reckon we've found a really strong race tomorrow, which is probably going to come against her a little bit, because I think there's a lot of depth and potential city grade horses in the race, albeit it's just a maiden. So anyway, she looks well and she's going well. That's Brutify at Geelong on Friday. Tori D goes to Geelong Friday. History will tell you 1100 metre is too far for him, and his Geelong form is pretty average actually, but there's just no 1000 metre races for him anywhere at all for his grade. So I'm just forced, and I've had to do it the last couple of starts with him, just forced to run him in unsuitable races, and probably Friday is another unsuitable race. There is a horse of Dabbenig's that goes really hard, so whether we actually lead or not's another thing. But he is you go through his form, he bounces, he leads over 1000 metres, and he's really tough at the end of it. Over the 1200, he just doesn't really see it right out, and especially if something takes him on in front. So not a lot of ticks in the boxes for him tomorrow, other than he can't be going any better. He's great, the horse. I just have to find the right race for him, and there's been nothing for him probably till the end of May, where there's probably 3 or 4 really good options. So he's just sort of ticking over at the moment. So hopefully he can earn a bit of prize money tomorrow, which would be great, and if he does, that's a bonus. So that's Tori D at Geelong Friday. Just Boltz goes to Maui on Tuesday. He seems to be going great. He's on a long, hard haul home. He's had a lot of work put into him. Just for this horse to get back to the races has been a massive effort by all my staff and veterinary, and certainly the farrier. And it looks like we're going to get him back to the races. He's only got one more gallop to go to hold together, and then he'll be at the races. But he couldn't be working up any sharper. He's just had over a year off, so history will tell you that these horses do need a couple of runs to come up. But as far as on the training track and the trial track, he couldn't be going any better. He's galloping up here like an absolute rocket, but he, as I said, he's probably just going to need a couple of starts. But just very proud of my whole team here that get this horse back to the races, because he was sort of pretty much a finished product. He had all sorts of injuries after a bad fall his last start. But anyway, he's back at the races, so really keen to sort of get him there, and really looking forward to him he's sort of almost starting all over again, this horse. So that's just Boltz at Moe on Tuesday. Bel Mia goes to Bendigo Wednesday. Really nice race for a good prize money race. It's got all the tickets, the Vobus Platinum, all that sort of stuff. She had a year off racing and ran first up at Warrnambool the other day. Copped a little bump at the top of the straight, which just took a bit of momentum out of her, and she ended up running fifth. But probably I would have thought she'd be around about running third in that race if she didn't get knocked over at the top of the straight. So, but once again, she was strong through the line. Great how well she's pulled up. She's pulled up really, really well. So, as I said, she had a year off, so she's probably going to take 2 to 3 runs to get into peak fitness. That one run at Warrnambool brought her right on. I've no doubt she'll improve again at Bendigo, and then I think third up she'll be really hard to beat wherever we take her. But really keen to sort of get her back to the races. Bendigo, you would think the big long straight there would suit her. So hopefully we can run a place or something there, and then go off to I think third up's where she's going to be nearly at her peak, and then hopefully hold form for 4 or 5 runs. But that's Bel Mia on Wednesday at Bendigo.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. We're actually out in the paddocks today, and we retired an old stable favourite in Miletus this week. He was known as Milo around the stables, and yeah, he certainly had a soft spot with all the staff around the stables. Even Jamie, he loved Miletus, and certainly his owner and breeder in Mike Palmer. Unfortunately, his career's just been plagued by injury, and unfortunately that's why we've had to retire him. As far as his career goes, he was showed certainly plenty of promise as a young horse. He won his maiden at Sale in emphatic fashion. He won by 7 lengths, and we put him away, brought him back, and targeted him for the Adelaide Carnival. Mike always he wanted to breed a Group 1 winner, and he certainly had a crack at it with Miletus. He went over to Adelaide for the Chairman's, which is the lead-up race, and he went super. He sort of loomed up, and I reckon if he just would have travelled over there a little bit better, I reckon he would have given that race a real shake. And we brought him home, and we went back for the Derby, but he probably just had enough by that stage. He's a horse that he's won 3 races and earned 120,000 in prize money, but that's probably underplaying his ability and certainly what he showed us. He's a funny horse. Whenever we put the blinkers back on him, his form with the blinkers on was super. He would either win, I think he only ever won with blinkers on, and even his starts where he ran a place, I would almost say that they were all with blinkers on. He's always been a beautiful horse. You only have to look at him. He'd certainly look pretty good in the show ring, that's for sure. Big white socks and a big white blaze, and he's always been a good natured horse around the stables, so we'll certainly look to find a good home for him. But he went out in great health. He ran second his last start. Yeah, he's been a great old horse for the stable, and yeah, we certainly wouldn't want anything less for him that he finds a good home and a loving home, because he's certainly had that here at Emsley Lodge, and yeah, we certainly look forward to his next adventure, whatever that may be. That's Miletus, or Milo as we like to call him.
That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Really good result with Tango Jewel through the week. She's flying, isn't she? There's no reason why she can't sort of keep going well either, and there's a couple of nice races in the next month for her as well, so that's a good result. A couple of nice-ish sort of horses running through the week. I think really looking forward to taking Just Boltz back to the races. We really were quite pessimistic about this horse ever getting back to the races, and well done to the vets and well done to the farrier and the team here. They've got him back to the races, so really keen to just hope he draws a gate at Moe on Tuesday, you know. Little Bel Mia, she's come through that run at Warrnambool really good, so she'll be finishing very strong at Bendigo. A couple of maideners in at Geelong also, and they're both nice horses, those horses. I think they'll make it. They just cards hadn't fallen for them for the pattern of racing and just barriers and all that sort of stuff, but hang tough with them because I think both of them are really nice horses. Till next week, see you later.